dito. Hintayin natin yung iba sandali. Okay. So, today start tayo on the discussion about Laplace transform. So this will be our last module, which is module 5. Okay. So on this module, we will discuss your Laplace transform, and then the inverse of that, which is inverse Laplace transform. And then at the last part of this module, we will discuss how to solve differential equations with given initial conditions. Okay, so such that that is now called your initial value problems. We will now use Laplace transform in solving those problems. So it may be homogeneous linear differential equation or non-homogeneous linear differential equation. So we can solve that using Laplace transform. Unlike doon sa module 4, wherein we use your auxiliary equation, and then that is for homogeneous. And then for non-homogeneous, we use the method of undetermined coefficients, or that is the MUC, or and the variation of parameters. Okay, so today we'll discuss Laplace transform. Okay, so Laplace transform. Okay, so a brief introduction about Laplace transform. Okay, so Laplace transform, this is a powerful method in solving linear ordinary differential equations, or ODEs, and corresponding initial value problems, and as well as systems of ordinary differential equations arising in engineering. Okay, so what are the applications for Laplace transform? We can use it in electrical networks, okay? And then we can use it in springs, mechanical engineering field, solving the springs, spring mass systems. And then we can also use it in chemical engineering problems, such as mixing problems. Since in mixing problems, you can encounter systems of linear, systems of ODEs, okay? And then we can also use that in signal processing, okay? Your Laplace transform, and also in other areas of engineering and physics, okay? So there are a lot of applications of Laplace transform, since this is a powerful method, yeah, in solving your linear ODEs. Okay, so let us define first what is Laplace transform. Okay, hey, Laplace transform. So we have a given f of t. Okay, we have a given f of t that is a function. Okay, take note of this one. Your f of t, that is a function defined for all t is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so the Laplace transform of this function f of t is the integral of that f of t, okay, times your kernel, which is e raised to negative st. Okay, your e raised to negative st, okay, that is also called kernel. Okay, kernel, e raised to negative st. Okay, so now your Laplace transform is now a function of s. Okay, let us say f of s with a capital letter F, and then it is denoted by your that is denoted by your Laplace. That's the symbol for Laplace. Okay, this one. That is the symbol for Laplace, and then Laplace of f. Okay, this one in here is your Laplace symbol. Okay, your as a script na L, that is Laplace symbol. Okay, so now your f of s. Okay, so in mathematical form, that is the Laplace of f of t, or that is f of s. That's now equal to the integral of e raised to negative st, okay, times your f of t dt. Okay, again, your and then your limit is from 0 to infinity. Take note that this one, e raised to negative st, is called your kernel. Okay, and then since, okay, take note of this one. Your integral in here, okay, your integral in here is improper. Okay, this is improper integral. So how do we evaluate improper integrals? Okay, so we evaluate that using your rule. We now introduce your limits. Okay, so we now have this one. This is our formula. So we now have your limit as n approaches infinity of the integral of e raised to negative st times f of t dt with your limits from 0 to n. Okay? Take note that your n approaches infinity. So, upon using this rule, okay, we can now evaluate your integral. Okay? So, let us have some examples. Okay. So, first, let us determine the Laplace transform of the constant function f of t is equal to 1. Okay? Where your time t is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So, we get the Laplace transform of this one, of 1. Okay? So, to do that, okay, your f of t is 1. Okay? So, we need to find the Laplace of 1. Take note, okay, so your given function, okay, is in time t. Okay, so your given is f of t. Okay, and then if we apply Laplace transform, okay, we apply Laplace on that one, your function become from time t to s, okay, to s, which is your s is a complex frequency. Okay, so from time t to s. Okay, so and then take note that your original function, okay, is denoted by a small letter f. Okay, small letter f. And then your transform, okay, your Laplace transform of your f of t, so that will now become capital F, or that is f of s. Okay, so we now have to solve now on this example the Laplace of 1. Okay, so upon applying your integral, okay, so from the definition that is e raised to negative st times f of t. So this is your f of t. That 1 is your f of t. Okay, so this is a proper integral. So we apply your limits concept. So we can integrate this one. So we now have the limit as n approaches infinity of the integral of e raised to negative st times 1 dt with limits from 0 to n. Okay, so this is just e raised to negative st dt. Okay, so upon integrating your s in here, okay, your s in here, okay, this is considered a constant. Okay, this is considered a constant. Why? That is because we are integrating with respect to t. Take note of that one. We are integrating with respect to t. So that's why your variable s in here is treated as constant. Okay. So upon integrating that one, okay, we have now negative e raised to negative st over s. Okay, with your limits from 0 to n. And then we apply now your upper limit minus your lower limit. That is now negative e raised to negative sn minus s plus e raised to 0 over s. Okay? And then from this one, okay, your e raised to 0, this will become 1. Okay? This is now 1. Diba? Your e raised to 0 is 1. And then your negative e raised to negative sn. Okay? Your n approaches infinity. Okay, what will happen with this term? So, this term, okay, so this term now will become, since your n approaches infinity, and then you raise the exponent, that is exponential of negative s times n, where your n approaches infinity. So therefore, this is now equal to 0. Okay, so that is approaching 0. So therefore, that is now 0. Okay, so since like we have said earlier, that is 0 when your s is greater than 0, and then we now get, okay, so this is now 0. Okay, so we now have the remaining 1 over s. So therefore, the Laplace transform of 1, okay, is 1 over s. Okay, that is for s is greater than 0. Okay, so this is now your Laplace transform of 1. Okay, Laplace transform of 1. Next example. Okay, so we'll try now to solve your e raised to at. Okay, where your a is constant. So same process again. We get the Laplace transform of e raised to at, where your a is a constant. Okay, so applying again your formula, again our formula for the Laplace. Okay. for the Laplace of your f of t, okay, that is equal to the integral of your kernel e raised to negative st times your f of t dt, which limits from 0 to infinity. Okay, this is our definition of the Laplace transform. Okay, so evaluating this one, your f of t is now e raised to at, substitute. Okay, and then we apply your loss on exponents. Okay, so this is now negative st. Okay, so this will now become e raised to negative st. Okay, plus 80, diba? And then from that one, okay, this will now become this one. This is now equal to, we factor out your t. So this is now e raised to negative s plus a, okay, times t. Or simply that is e raised to negative, sa labas yung s, ay yung negative. So we now have s minus a t times t. So that's why this becomes this one. E raised to negative of the quantity s minus a times t dt. Okay? And then evaluating that improper integral, okay, we now have this one, the same for your example number 1. Okay? So this is now your, again, your s is considered as constant. Okay? Your term s minus a in here is now considered constant. Okay? So we now have this one. Evaluate. So we now have this. So again, your exponential, your n approaches infinity. So this is now 0. Okay? So therefore, okay, the Laplace transform of e raised to at, okay, or the f of s, that is 1 over s minus a, where for your s must be greater than a. Okay? So para maging valid ito. Kasi kung less than yan, maganda siya. Diba? Kung mag-equal yan. Okay? So lagi siyang greater than. So as you can see, we now have in here, yeah. So take note, your e raised to 80 is 1 over s minus a. Okay? Next, example. So find the Laplace transform of sine bt where your, what's that? Where your b is a non-zero constant. Okay? Sine bt. So from the definition, okay, we now replace that one. Okay, we replace your f of t with sine bt. Okay, so we now have your integral of e raised to negative st sine bt dt. Okay, so ang ano nito, since we have a function na exponential and then we have your trigonometric, we now apply we now apply integration by parts. Oo. Pero nakita ko yung sa module 3 ninyo, nagawa niyo naman yun, di ba? Yung mahabang integration by parts.
Circuit, sir.
Or yung module 3, yung sa electrical circuits, kasi ang given nung sa exam, sa problem number 9, problem set, ang given is naka-sign sa number 10 yata.
Volts po, sir.
Okay. So we can refer to integration table. Okay. So by referring to integration table, okay, so your integral, so the integral of your e raised to au sine bu, okay, according to the table of integrals, this is equal to e raised to au over a squared plus b squared times the quantity a sine bu minus b cosine bu. Okay? So from that one, we can now get this one. Okay? So we now have the e raised to negative st, that your a in here, okay, your a is negative s. Okay? And then your b, we have your b. And then your u, this is in u. So your u now becomes t. Okay? So applying ano lang, substitution lang. So we substitute. So your e raised to negative st, okay, over negative s squared, that is s squared, plus b squared, that's the quantity, negative s, okay, sine bt minus b cosine bt, okay. So we don't need to apply the by parts, okay. So we can use this formula. This is on your table of integrals, okay. And then we apply your upper minus lower limit. So we can now have this one, okay. And then after this one, again, this is e raised to negative Sn. This becomes 0. So this whole term is cancelled. Kasama to kasi naka-multiply. So 0 na rin yan. So therefore, the Laplace transform of your sine bt is b over s squared plus b squared for s is equal for s is greater than 0. Okay, your s must be greater than 0. Okay, so this is now the Laplace of your sine bt. Okay, so therefore in this part, to solve for the Laplace transform, we need to apply your definition, which is the integral of your the integral of your e raised to negative st times your f of t dt with your limits from 0 to infinity. Okay, so we need to use that definition in solving for the Laplace transform. Okay, so we must take note of that definition. Okay,